35. Okay, now I'm back for some reason.
Is it gonna be same stream?
Can everyone still hear us? Yeah, okay, cool. We back. We back. Okay, cool, we back. Sorry guys, Wi-Fi just cut completely. Yusuf?
Yeah, guys, I don't know what happened. Everything just shut down. It happens. All right, my drawing is been saved. So, guys, looking at the weekly, little pullback here. If we can take these weeks over here and then measure, we came to like the 50% of them. So, boys, let's break it down. All right. So overall, we're looking for bullish momentum to the upside. We have came to the 50% of last week. So what are we looking to fill? So we're going to look to fill this body over here, 100%. We have already filled the 90% of it. We're going to look to fill the 100% of that. With that being said, any pullback to the downside, I am looking to long. Reason being, the momentum is to the upside, guys, and it's very simple to identify momentum to the upside. If we take these two red candles, we see we have 2 days, 275 pips movement. If we take these two green candles, we have 2,900, which means the movement is bigger. All right, momentum is to the upside. But then just keep in mind how much we moved here. Almost 3,000, 2,984. Now, if I measure and look at the day, we have a day, 1 day, 2 days, right? And then if I take that and I put it on here, we have 3 days, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 days from the high until where we are right now. And then look at how much we moved, which means distance and time is in our favor. So look how much it took to pull back and create that 1,950, and look how long it took. It took 3 hours, 12 hours to go to that, to the upside by movement of 2.2 to 1. All right, so the momentum is to the upside. Do not let that pullback trick you. So what am I looking for right now? Very simple, very straightforward. On the daily, so what I will do is I'll take the green candle, all right, the body to here. Let me just remove that quickly. Right, so we had a movement, another green candle, and then a red candle, and then we had this volume candle. Why do we have this volume candle? It tells us a story. So we're gonna use this volume candle to give us the 78, all right? So we reacted over the 78, and then if we use this entire leg, we have already came to the 61.8. As you can see here, we have the moving average, the 200 moving average on the daily. On the 4 hour, the 200 moving average. So For me, I'm looking for a pullback to this area. All right, but now we want to refine this area. So I'm looking at 618 and 78, all right? This area. Let me remove that quickly. So do you guys remember what I told you about the market coming back into consolidation? Let's say we have a consolidation. Market will go up, will push back into consolidation and then go to the upside, right? And then in the low time frame, this is what we see over here. If I go deeper, you will see. So we're looking at the 78 and the 618 area. All right, straightforward. Going to the 15 minutes. We have consolidation over here, don't we? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to take the low of the consolidation, which it will be here. If we go to the daily, you will see here, right? So I'm going to put a line over here. And you can see the market spike into it. It spiked into it and it just went up, right? Now, if the market goes lower, how do we take advantage of it? By the way, these TCM levels are not valid due to the slow movement of the previous day. So when the market is slow, these TCM levels will not be valid. So I'm going to take them off. Or what we can do is go to settings, input, we can add 4 on 5, okay? And then we can see TCM 4 have hit perfectly. So the next level will be the TCM 5, which I will mark it over here. So TCM 4 hit perfectly. We'll just use them as an extra to see if we can line up with the analysis we're doing. So guys, I just see a green candle that happened, which means we can actually go long from where we are right now. But what concerns me a lot is that this volume here, we have this big volume to the downside, right? Of this candle. We are stopped by this consolidation, so it's an area of turbulence. The question is, are we going to continue lower or go higher? So what I will wait for is, wait for the 50% of this candle. Okay. I'll take the 50% of this candle to long. We need some music here, guys. Why is this tool now? Come on. There she is. So we're looking at something like this on the 50 on BTC. But what do I prefer? I prefer, to be honest, to take the high to the low and then get a lower entry, which line up with negative 27. We have the 61.8 line up perfectly with the TCM5, right? The one we are using. So let's see what this candle brings us. We have the 78 lines up perfect too. Can you see? So this could be a nice entry, to be honest, over here. So two options, guys. Two options. on where the market could go. So market comes back. Into this one over here. So market can do this, all right? So if the market pull back here, where's my 200 MA? It's out on top. Okay, so that can be actually a good long, I'm not gonna lie. So we just broke above this candle over here. Momentum is coming up. So, guys, any pullback, you can look to long something like this.
I don't know also if this is something you've seen before, but when the 50 MA is like coming down at that sort of an angle, it normally is shaping up to switch direction. Have you seen what, like, if
Yeah.
Normally it will just transact like this, and then you know it's going to test and then keep going down. If you look in the past, look, shaping up and change direction for a bit.
So guys, this can be a nice long over here. Okay, you can look at 220 pips, which is 220 pips dollars. So we can look to go long into our area over here, which can give us a nice 1 to 11. All right. If we go long from here, we get a pullback, and then we go long from here, 62,885. We can look to go long. That's first option. Second option is we can look to go long from here.
What would dictate you choosing either option?
I explained to them everything. Yeah.
Just asking.
So this can be the second option. We are looking 1 to 15. All right. So with that being said, let's see what lines up with what why we entering around here. Okay, so we missed the first entry over here based on the consolidation and then all the other stuff, right? Now we have a 4-hour closes green. At least we need to see the 618 achieved, or the negative 27. Now let's go to the low time frame and see what that lines up with. Can you see where the 618 lines up with? We line up with the 50 MA that we were just talking about right now. So we will see a reaction of they coming back, but we will be break even if we get into this position. If the market give us the opportunity, which will. All right, so we do have confirmation of the market going up. And we have the 4-hour MA. If we take all the green candles from here to here, negative 27, line up with our entry so we can go up. Anyway, boys, yeah, that's it for BTC. BTC overall, we are going to 65,500 before dumping to the downside. That's for me on BTC. This is the first option, first area you can take along. All right. So last night I marked we're gonna go short from here, and then we go up. Can I pull photos in here? I took a photo. But anyway.
You can, but you'll have to. Did you save it in the thing?
No, it's not on here. It's on my desktop.
You screenshot.
Anyway, so I look to go short from here. All right. It went short, and then I wanted to go long from here, but then it went long, and it gave me that shooting star zone. Guys, this shooting star zone, it means reversal. The moment the fourth candle closed like this, I'm shorting. So in the short, into the long, any pullback, we are going long. If we come and get out, break even, you know what we will do? We are going for our second entry. So what I want you to go ahead and do is Oh God. Take a screenshot of this. 7, 5. And then 20. So guys, this is the first entry for BTC that I'm going to be taking. And then this is the second one for BTC that I'll be taking. Let me just make it 65. And voila. There you go. Let me just do this. Alright, so this is the second entry, guys. You can take a screenshot of it, rewatch the video, rewatch the explanation, and then from here I want to ask if you guys have any questions on what I have just explained. Alright, perfect. I'm going to hand over to Thomas and then he will run you through some currencies. I'll be running you through more currencies and everything later. The reason is that New York aftermarket open, we're going to see fresh momentum pushing in, or more price action have been printed. Market did what it wanted to do, fake the people out, and then we can go at the back of it.
Time to get them a live entry today, King Azoulay the 4th. Okay, what's up, guys? Let's go through some currency pairs. Last week we had a great run with NASDAQ. We smoked that baby. Very nice. Okay, so what I'm seeing at the moment, let's see. Let's go to, let's just, let's number one look at DXY. What is DXY doing? So at the moment we see DXY again transacting above the weekly 50%. Let me just extend this. I think it's locked. Anyways, okay, so this is what I'm looking at for DXY. So this morning we opened up to a gap to the upside. Okay, we knew that DXY was most likely to come fill this gap over here. Now what we've seen is DXY is respecting these two zones. Might repeat history, go bottom before it goes up again. Press the likes, everyone. Now facts. Press the likes, bro. So this is what I'm seeing for DXY at the moment. DXY is transacting in these two zones. Let's just make this. This is where we're transacting. And so what I want to see for DXY is now we have momentum. We've closed, we filled the gap. We've not seen price reject from filling that gap. The next level where I see DXY stopping at is around 100.626. I don't see any sort of momentum hold or any point of turbulence in this zone over here. I see DXY coming to fill this 100, and if we do come for that 100 level, it's going to be quite interesting because our pullback target is at around 100, 200. That's our pullback target for the week. That's where we want to see DXY move to. And to be honest with you, I think for DXY we're going to be pretty bearish this week. Why? Because if you look at DXY in the last week and a half, what we've been doing is every single time we get into one of these zones, we're seeing DXY break and then form another one of these zones. So if history does repeat itself and if DXY keeps transacting to the downside, what you are most likely to see is a 4-hour closure below this level and then see DXY keep transacting to the downside. So if DXY keeps transacting to the downside, levels that I'm going to be looking at for DXY to have points of turbulence. Remember guys, we spoke about these levels all over here as points of turbulence. And what points of turbulence do is they create price into these zones. They force price to move in unprecedented ways. So if you see DXY moving in a zone, we see DXY respecting these levels multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Then what is most likely to be seen is DXY either is going to respect the zone, so we've respected 3 times the zone. So let's see if we can break that zone, because then what is most likely to happen is we see DXY come to our next point of turbulence. Because remember, price is seeking these 100 levels. Price is seeking all of these open orders to the downside, and at the moment it's looking like DXY is most likely to keep transacting to around 100,626. If we transact to that level, it's going to be interesting, again, because I want to see if DXY can hold this level or break. Now, looking at GBP USD, at the moment GBP USD is doing something pretty similar. So what I'm looking for on GBP USD is a couple of things. Okay, let's just turn our TCM levels on. Okay, so price did open below our TCM level. So what I want to see is, I want to just turn these off quickly. What I want to see is, at the moment we are still transacting below the TCM midpoint on GBP USD. We came to fill this gap and we are seeing rejection. It is happening basically exactly the same thing. We are rejecting above the TCM level. So what you guys want to see is if we have a 4-hour closure, so if we have a 4-hour closure on DXY, we transact, so we close like that. What is most likely to happen is you will see a little rejection from TCM -1, and then you should see price keep transacting to the downside. So I want to see something pretty similar on GBP USD. I want to see price transact around this 100 level over here. And then what we can look for is possible shorts. Now, why do I say we can start looking for shorts? Because I still think that what we could do is something like this. We reject TCM. We reject TCM. We have our 61.8. We have our 100 level over here. We have a lot of confluence for price to keep transacting to the downside. When DXY dumps, GBP USD pump or dumps, it pumps. If GBP USD keeps transacting to the downside, you'll most likely see DXY transact to the upside. They're not fully correlated, but they are directional tools. That's why we use DXY as a directional tool. It's not a confluence or entry confluence, but it shows us where GBP USD is most likely to transact to. Now, if they're transacting in a similar fashion, then it obviously gives you more idea of where direction could go on GBP USD. So at the moment, I'm kind of waiting for this 4-hour candle to close on GBP USD, and then we can start looking for shorts if DXY lines up as well. I want to see DXY transact through this TCM level and come down, fill these open orders over here, come fill this 50% of this candle, and then we can see GBP USD either going up and breaking this zone that we're transacting at the moment, or we can start looking for shorts. Now, looking at Euro USD is looking a lot more clean and looking a lot more like DXY at the moment. Why? Because their DXY is made up of at least 50% euros. So what I'm looking for now on Euro USD is something like this. Let's take this. We've just transacted to the 78 level. I just want to see Euro transact just a little bit higher, to be honest with you. I think Euro at the moment is looking actually pretty clean for a short. We have our 78 level, we have our TCM -1. It's looking pretty clean. Let's just check on the 15 minute. I want to see something. We've came to fill this 100 level. We are seeing quite a nice rejection now. So for EU, I think we could get into a short pretty soon. We came to fill this gap. We're showing that we keeping to transact to the upside. And now that we've rejected the 78 and around the TCM level, how have you been? I've been good, bro. I've been good. Now I think EU is looking for a pretty good short. I think EU is shaping up for quite a nice short. In the next 19 minutes, we get our new 4-hour candle. So I think once we've gotten that, we can start looking for some pretty good shorts. NASDAQ, let me just clear all of this stuff. So NASDAQ at the moment, I'm not going to lie. Let's just check on the 15-minute what's going on. So NASDAQ had something similar. We opened in a gap and we came to fill that gap. It's now been filled, and now we're seeing price transact further to the downside. We've broken on the 4-hour, the 50 MA. We've tested the 200 MA on the 4-hour. So most likely what's going to happen with NASDAQ is it's most likely going to keep transacting to the downside. Why? Because we filled our gap. We've tested our 200 MA on the 4-hour. We've tested our 50 MA on the 4-hour. So what I see for NASDAQ is we could look for shorts. I would want to wait for New York to open to start looking for shorts. But I think anywhere around the 78 or 61.8 level could be a good level to start looking for shorts on NASDAQ. Sorry, my foot a bit itchy. We close in the next hour and 17 minutes. So yeah, for NASDAQ, I'm pretty bearish. I think we can look for shorts on the New York stream. At the I don't really like trading NASDAQ before New York is properly opened. Why? Because it doesn't have as much volatility. So if I was you guys, I'll stay out for NASDAQ at the moment. I think we're going to be able to build a pretty good trade by the time New York hits. So I'm pretty bearish on NASDAQ right now. If I'm just looking at how we've tested the 200 MA on the 4-hour, we're transacting below the TCM level from market open this evening. So it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It's shaping up for quite a nice short, I think. What about gold? Gold. Gold's actually looking pretty good for long. Just turn this MA off. So we've tested TCM -2. What I'll do on gold, I would look for longs on gold anywhere from around 4,052. Around 4,050 could be a pretty good level for a long on gold. And then I'll have around a 10 pip stop loss. I have around a 10 pip stop loss, and then I would aim for, we haven't filled the gap yet, so what we can do is if price comes back to around our 78 level, around our TCM -2, we could see a retest of that level, and then we can look for longs to around, what price is this, 4121. That's where I would want to long gold from. That could be a pretty good entry. I think we definitely will come test our TCM again today. So if you guys want to look for a long on gold, I would look for a long at around 4,052. That's where I'm looking for a long on gold. Everything makes sense? Let me know in the chat. Everything making sense with that gold long? Okay, amazing. I'll send it on the Discord after the stream, but this is honestly where I would be looking for a long on gold. We might not see price transact to this level because we have already tested our TCM -2. So it is a little bit
He's asking, would you set a limit order or wait for
SL's too tight. Thomas, would you set limit on gold or wait for engulfing? I would honestly set a limit in this scenario. Why? Because our price is the cheapest price you could possibly get on gold right now. If you're looking for a long, I don't see price transacting lower than that. If we do end up transacting lower than that, then price will probably just keep transacting to the downside. So I'm honestly, I would set a limit there. I wouldn't wait for engulfing. Why? Because we've already shown that price is going to keep transacting to the upside. We've already got an engulfing. So what I'll do is I'll wait for the limit. 78 TCM -2 looks pretty clean. Thanks. SL too tight? No, I don't think so, to be honest with you. If you want, you can have an SL of 15 pips then, and you can have a 1:4 or 1:5 we can go for then. It's up to you. So either you can have your SL at 10, which is at 4042, or you can have your SL as 15 and be at 4037. We're trying to pass funded account from your trade. Nice, bro.
Like you should, amigo.
Nice, nice, nice. What prop firm are you using, brother? Probably, what do you think? Breakout or funded net? What's it called? Bit funded. What do you think? Which is better, SR? Which is better? If you trying to pass a funded account, you can go with a. You can go with a.
Are you
a
asking
bigger.
me what funded account?
No, I'm asking what they're using. What do you think? Funded pips. Oh, nice. So it depends. This is what I would do. If you're looking to pass a funded account, it really just depends on how much number one you're gonna risk. Don't over risk. So don't risk 5K on one trade because you're gonna blow your funded. If I was you, what I would do is have the tighter stop loss, but risk a little bit less. So let's say you're willing to risk $1,000, then risk only 500. Because if you're taking a 1:5, you're gonna make $2,500, and then the next trade, what you can do is you can risk, let's say, $1,000, and then if you lose that, you're still 1,500 in profit. You can go back to 500, and you can risk 500, and then you can win, and then you'll be at 5K. So it's not, 4K. It's not really about how big your stop loss is. It's more about how much I'm risking less than 0.5% because your trades RR is awesome. Okay, that's amazing, bro. Then if you're risking 0.5%, how much is your funded account? It's like what? Is it a 50K, 100K, 200K?
It's 100 is risking
500, yeah.
So guys, we got good news for you. Later on, we're gonna tell you what broker we're gonna use for FX, for a lot of things. So make sure you come on the stream later, New York time, and we will give you the name of that broker, and then we're gonna give you some bonuses also on there when you do your first deposit. It's gonna be really good. Plus, guys, we are planning a stream of 72 hours. Hopefully soon we will let you know the dates where we're going to be, me, Chento, Thomas, the whole
we're doing a
scalpx.
72-hour stream. It's gonna be crazy.
The whole scalpx team, we're going to be live for 72 hours. We're going to choose the best 3 days on the week, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right?
Yeah.
To trade it, and we're going to be doing fundraise for cancer or orphanage for charity. So it's going to be a charity stream. It's going to be really good. And then all the trades are going to be live with you boys.
100%. And another thing is, I feel like a lot of you have been a little bit confused about challenges, and you guys couldn't join my challenge because a lot of you couldn't do EU and G. You had all these problems with Bybit. So what we're going to do now is the next stream we do is we're going to show you how to set up your account with our new broker. And then every single trade that I'm going to be taking is going to be on that challenge account.
And I want every single one of you that have signed up through our link following us. If you're willing to risk $100, we're going to be risking 10% the whole way, and we're just going to smash it, guys. I think that we'll be able to have at least 20 to 100 people following us, because at least this broker is allowed in all of these countries. So you guys will be able to follow along properly. We're going to have zero price differentiation. Everyone's going to be getting filled at the same price. And it's going to be a lot easier because I'll just send a screenshot of my chart on the new broker, and then we can go for it. I think that has been a lot of the issues that a lot of you guys on different brokers, people are getting stopped out when one person's hitting take profits. It's just an absolute headache. So we're looking to fix that, and hopefully everyone can follow along and we can make some good money together. Amazing, Omar Kasim. Yeah, we will do some educational videos soon. Definitely.
Alright guys, I think that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for joining the stream.
100%.
And we'll see you soon.
See you guys later.